Hi, all. It's JP. It's time for an update. I wanted to do a video response as well to somebody that asked a question. Adjust this camera just a little. Sorry about that. Hope nobody fell off the chair. The update on the refrigerator is it's not working. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's done. I'm looking at a new refrigerator, I think, which isn't going to happen anytime soon. That's for sure. Right now the freezer is at 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and the refrigerator itself, the big box at the bottom, is 78 degrees. So that's not going to keep anything. Not for very long anyway. So, but, it's like I was saying the other day, I can at least freeze things and then thaw them out and to make portions, for meals, like, buy hamburger and then make separate portions and freeze those and cook them, thaw them out as I'm going to use them, which is kind of a pain, but, you don't have money for something to be replaced, then you do what you have to do. So, second part of this video is I wanted to do a video response to a friend of mine. I can't pronounce the name. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it looks like I am Sabian or I am Sebastian. There's no gender in the name, so I'm not sure if I'm talking to a he or a she. But it doesn't make any difference. Let's see. It says that they were just wondering. It seems that many/all generations before ours routinely practiced preparation. Why do you think people have stopped? Is it because they haven't had to suffer a loss or break in supplies? That's a good question. And like he says that they say that live to know if the survivors in New Orleans of Hurricane Katrina now practice some level of preparation. You would think so. Perhaps they do, or perhaps they think that lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice. The only research that they can find is about how the government should be more prepared. Government? And then he gives his personal opinion. And I won't repeat that. I'd rather not have to find out. The government is prepared. History teaches us. Not very well. That's true. They teach us how to depend on them. We get into a little trouble, we run to the government and say, oh, give me money and give me food. Give me food stamps for everything. I have food stamps, but my monthly salary is low enough to where I qualify for them. Do I need them? Yeah. It's not like I can just go out and get myself a job. This is kind of a little rant. And here, she's agreeing. Are you agreeing with this? Huh? Do cats get food stamps? They do? Oh. Well, where's yours? How come you don't supply your own food? Oh. You would if you could? Oh, I need to teach you to drive so you can go do it yourself, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I think that a lot of people depend on the government to bail them out all the time rather than just pull together and do it yourself. She's a little mouthy this morning. She's been really quiet. You're making me lose my train of thought. It's all your fault. Yeah, I love you too. So, but that's, a lot of people think that the government should take care of everything. They don't have to do anything. It used to be You know, I don't want to be the guy that always says, "Oh well, in the old days," or "It used to be." But it was a fact when I was growing up. Neighbor helping neighbor, and all of that. Neighbors would pull together. Now, it's like your neighbor is just somebody that you wave at on your way to work or on your way back from work. You just wave at them. Once in a while you speak, but you don't know your neighbor. Where am I going with this? I'm trying to answer this man's question, this person's question. Do I think that the government needs to be prepared for a flood like they had in Hurricane Katrina? Yes, but not the federal government. The local government should have. I mean, let's face it. When you live below sea level, at some point in time, that water's going to come over the levee. You need to build the levees up so that people aren't devastated like they were. But the people need to be involved in it as well, I think, not just sit back and relax, let somebody else take care of it. Why? Because, oh well, nothing's ever happened to me, and so I'm not prepared for anything that can happen. Boy, this is getting to be a ramble rant, I guess. But yeah, to answer your question, the government, the local government, should have been more prepared for Katrina. I mean, every year they have hurricanes. That's a way of life there. They should be expecting it. What do they call it? Every 100 years they have a 100-year storm or something like that. I don't know. Can you set your watch by it? No, I don't think so. But if you look at the weather pattern the last 2 or 3 years, you can see that things are changing. Things are getting worse. The storms are getting bigger and longer. They should be preparing for another big storm. Are they? I'll bet they're not. I'll bet they're not. And then, the government furnished trailers for them, for the ones that needed it, that were full of toxins. Somebody's dropping the ball along the line, I think. What I want to say is, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. But that's not fair. Some of those people were born and raised there and had no intentions of ever leaving their homes. That's their home. I live in Arizona. I had no intentions of ever leaving Arizona again. Not that I haven't spent time in other states, but Arizona has always been my home, and it will always be my home. I don't build my houses in the washes like some people do, though. I'm reading. Yeah, lightning can strike twice. Can strike more than once, more than 3 times in the same spot. It just depends. You have a storm come through like that, you would think, of course, the phone rings. I don't want to hear it. You would think that you would be more prepared. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, and all that. I'm not one to use a bunch of cliches. But every year, I remember when I was driving over the road, every year there was always floods in Ohio and Illinois. And you could see them from the roads every year. But every year, there's a big deal made out of it. Get out of the washes, people. Get out of the riverbeds. Our weather is changing, and that's all there is to it. Will it get worse? Who knows? Will it get better? Who knows? Climate change? I don't know if I believe in that kind of stuff or not. But I do know that there used to be dinosaurs on this earth, and something killed them all out. Ice. They had an ice age. That killed everything. They started over. Anyway, I think you kind of know where I'm going with this. I hope that I answered your question. generations before us, uh, like I said in the video that he responded to, that my family always were prepared. They were always canning food and preserving food. I mean, that's what they did, and all the kids helped with it. But even if you wanted to do that now and you still want to own a home, all you have to do is open your window and touch a neighbor's house, because everything is so compact in now. I remember spending time in Michigan, and there weren't fences. There was just a house here and a house over there and a house over there, and there was a lot of open land. And I would imagine that 100 years ago they were using that land, but now it's just full of weeds. Nobody cares about it anymore. It's too easy to run to Walmart and spend your money for food, or whatever that you're spending the money on. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend money on food. I'm just saying that maybe we should all be a little more prepared than what we are. I'm sort of prepared. I'm not as prepared as I should have been. And Jimmy Rance, if you watch this, I'm using that word prepare as much as I can for your benefit. I remember you talking about it, how you heard that word a lot. That piqued your attention. So, but it's true. If you keep a winter jacket in the closet for when it's cold, you'll have that winter jacket. But if you throw it away because it's not cold, you're going to have to find some way to get another winter jacket. Is that what kind of? I don't know if that's a cliche or not, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that our generations before us had a little more common sense than we do. That's probably going to make some people mad, because they think, oh, they have all the common sense in the world. But when you're caught with your pants down, so to speak, it's pretty obvious you didn't have enough common sense to be ready for something. I guess that's it. This video was really a ramble, and I'm probably not in the best frame of mind to be even talking to you right now, because I'm upset over the refrigerator and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let me see if I can get my thoughts together. Maybe I'll do another one. If the phone will leave me alone, maybe I can get one video in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for understanding. I appreciate everybody that actually watches my videos. I appreciate it even more if you've got a comment on something. Just jump right in there. Let me know what you're thinking, either on the refrigerator or, what I've just said about being prepared. And
I have some prayer requests. The first one is for
I can't shut this up.
For health problems.
Sorry.
The second one is for Ashley
Pause.
and Matt Stewart.
Alright, let's try this again. And now I've forgotten where I was or what I was doing. The appreciation for everyone listening. If you have an idea that we could try with the refrigerator from, maybe your past experiences, or, if we have a technician, a technician that might help just by answering a question or two, that'd be greatly appreciated. Like Jimmy says, use your prepper sense. I hate to quote, somebody else's quote, but this video was in response to the question from, I think it's I Am Sebastian. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for listening. Talk to you again soon.